something I can see turning out of that black hole, two luminous discs. The eyes, it might be a face, might be almost a... But heavens, something wriggling out of the shadow like a gray snake. Now it's another one, and another one, and another one. They look like tentacles to me. Oh, yeah, I can see the thing's body now. It's large as a bear. It glistens like wet leather, but that face, ladies and gentlemen, it's indescribable. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it. It's so awful. The eyes are black, and they gleam like a serpent. The mouth is a kind of V-shape with saliva dripping from its rimless lips and seem to, quiver and pulsate.
As the power flickers in Springwood Lodge, one thing becomes suddenly very clear. Alister and Saint are not alone.
We sure aren't. Fuck.
Yeah, because we're both here.
Yeah, what?
No, because there are probably ghosts.
Ghosts.
Yeah, at least that's the... Did we get confirmation of that, or was that we were looking at it and we were like, that's probably ghosts, yeah?
They quite literally vanished when the lights went off.
Okay.
So unless everyone very quickly dashed to the door.
Well, depending on how dark it is, sometimes you can't see people when it's dark, right?
Oh, sure. Well, the lights went off and then back on, and they were gone.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So unless everyone, sprinted in 5 seconds very silently. But you are right in that the characters had... I was the last person to speak, obviously, during the end of the last episode. So you're right in that neither of you had reacted to that, and in fact, only one of you saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that only one of us saw
me.
it.
Yeah, Saint peeked through the curtains.
Yeah. Right, it was me.
Z,
okay.
I think Alister was technically still fiddling with the knob or something.
Yeah, I think he was still looking at the dynamos.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to step back then. I'm going to kind of quietly step back and go over to Alister and let him know that I believe there are ghosts out there. The only door out of here, if I recall correctly, is locked and needs a key. Yeah, so we have to go out.
Yeah, we have to go out the way we came.
The only two doors back here behind the stage are the one that leads to the dressing room and the one that leads to where those cords are running underneath.
Right.
And yeah,
which I already tried to that one. Yeah, I already tried to pick that lock and rolled pretty high and wasn't able to open it.
All the other doors are ones you've already come through or are just on that ground area, in the main part of the banquet hall. And yes, you were not able to open that. I believe with a +5 you couldn't open it.
No.
Yeah.
That's the this requires a key prompt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. How exactly do you explain? How does Saint explain this to Alister? How detailed is he?
I mean, I think probably pretty straightforward about it. I don't think it just there are a bunch of figures out there, and I'm pretty sure they're ghosts. I'm pretty sure they're spirits. Is probably what he says. How many approximately? A couple dozen, or
probably about a solid dozen.
Okay, yeah, so a lot.
I described them as sporadically in those chairs. So, a handful, not a ton.
Okay.
What were they doing? Moving around, or...?
They were just sitting there. We can try and just go out there. We have no indication that they will be aggressive. I tend to assume neutrality until I see otherwise.
Saying I know I can be kind of a stick in the mud, but I'm not arrogant enough to think that you're not the expert here, so if you say we go.
This is the nicest thing this man has ever said.
I know,
to
that's
me.
what I'm trying to figure out if it's too nice.
I mean, it's not really that nice.
I know.
at the end of the
He's
day.
an asshole.
So I don't know, I find that to be reasonable.
Carefully tempered politeness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Here, how about this? Let me go out there and see, since I can react more efficiently, and we'll go from there. I'm hoping they just won't cause a disturbance. But I don't know what else there is to do, right? Like, we can't leave back here. We just have to... That's what we have to do.
I'll wait for your signal. I mean, questions later. Let's get out of here first.
Okay. Yeah, I will exit out of the curtain and see what the reaction is.
You step back around the curtain and into the same room that you were in before. Nothing about it has seemingly changed, although, as I did note, one of the doors, the door connecting the lounge to the banquet hall, is wide open. It's a set of double doors, and there is a cold breeze coming in through that. However, that seems to be it. There is a noticeable drop in temperature in this room. Whether that is entirely physical or is in fact spiritual is up to you.
Okay, but that's it. Nothing else happens when I come out here.
Nothing else happens when Saint steps into the main part of the room. No.
Okay, well, I will kind of wave behind the curtain and do a like, hey,
Yeah.
come on
All right,
out.
I'll follow.
We should leave this room quickly, though.
Why?
Because fucked up shit's happening in here. Don't you roll your eyes at me. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. But Matty, I have horrible news. Fucked up
Shit is happening everywhere. Yeah, fair enough.
This whole building is a fucked up shit.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so there's if I recall, there's those two open double doors. There's the door we initially came through, which leads back into the kitchen, and there's another door.
There are two sets of kind of kitchen doors that lead into the kitchen that are at the exact opposite end of the stage. There are two sets of double doors that are now wide open, and there's like a gust of wind blowing through them that connect to the lounge. And there are three sets of double doors all along the side of the room that seem to be what would normally funnel people into this larger room.
Oh, I thought those were the doors that were open. Is that not the case?
That's not the case, sorry.
Okay.
The doors that are open are leading in from the lounge, and you can perhaps infer that the wind is maybe blowing through that broken glass. That you first encountered when you first stepped into the building.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Cool. I think initially our I think initially our plan was to go along the I think the kitchen is on the west side and do like a weave up and down.
Yeah.
Do you still want to do that, or do you want to go out through the doors that are probably out to like the main part of the building?
I think we should keep up the search pattern that we had.
So let's go back towards the kitchen.
All right. Yeah, you step through the double doors in the back of the room. Those kind of, I never know what to call them, but those kind of, you know what I mean? Those kind of utility doors
like
that
the
like
swinging
flap
ones.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would imagine like waiters with trays kind of pushing past them. I mean, quite literally. You don't need to imagine it. That's exactly what they're for. But yeah, you push back through those. They got those little like circular windows at the top. Kitchen doors, like in a restaurant.
Yes. I do know what you're talking about.
Anyway, you are back in the kitchen. Nothing about this room has changed either. Just a bunch of like large appliances. It is, again, of every part of this building that you've been in, it is weirdly the cleanest so far. Perhaps inferring that it is in actual use.
And there's a door to the south, I think is where we're going to be heading next.
Yeah. There is indeed a door to the south.
All right.
Great, let's go.
So yeah, there is a set of doors very similar to the ones that you just came in through. Those kitchen doors. I will not burden you with the same explanation of what they look like again. But you step through them if you wish.
Yeah. Let's go.
I do wish.
You have stepped into a massive dining room.
Oh, okay.
Very different from the ballroom. This dining room is actually definitely still being used as a dining room. The chairs and tables in this room are a lot less mobile than the ones in the previous room. These are not those fold-upable tables that can be pushed off to the side. Nothing here has wheels. This is absolutely a fully functioning restaurant within the ski lodge. There are plenty of round tables with large white tablecloths all over them. There are plenty of square tables that are kind of lining the sides of this room. Yeah, this is a permanent restaurant. Unlike the previous room, also, because this is not supposed to be a show building of any type, there are windows allowing you to see outside. And you notice, in fact, that the sun outside is setting. It is getting darker.
Oh, great.
It is twilight.
Uh-oh. There's no one in here, presuming.
No, there is no one in here.
That's good.
Thank God, because we didn't check before we came in
did
here,
not,
which we
in
should
fact,
make
check
sure that we
before we
do.
came here.
Oops.
This room, while being unoccupied, absolutely shows signs of use. The dust problem that was in the faux church and the lounge is not present here. It seems like this room is frequently used. Although, again, you do not see anyone in here.
Now that is interesting.
What about that is interesting?
Why is, if this part's in use and Springwood's still doing cult leader shit, why is he left the old... Why is he left the banquet hall as kind of a mausoleum of... I don't know. It just seems weird to me.
I mean, I'm trying to explain why that doesn't seem odd to me.
Okay, that's fair.
And I think it has to do with the fact that there's that machine that we found in there, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like, whatever, he needs some kind of bigger space to do whatever it is they're doing with that, with the orb.
Okay, that does make sense, actually. Well, okay. So we've got...
Yeah, nothing interesting in here, it seems,
We
so
should probably...
just keep moving, yeah.
I would suggest someone roll perception. What do I know?
Oh.
Okay, I'll roll perception then.
I can... Is that notice?
You mean like investigate or notice?
Oh, yeah, notice. Sorry. I always forget it's not just called perception.
I have a +1 to
I have a
notice.
+2.
Cool, go for
Okay,
it.
do you want to help me?
Yeah, I'll help. I'll give you that +1. Yeah.
So that's 2 negatives, a neutral, and 1 positive. And I have a +2.
You have a +3 because I'm helping you.
+3.
Sure, a couple interesting things about this room that you are both able to see as you maybe traverse your way through it.
Yeah, we can do a peruse.
There are some stains on some of the tablecloths. They absolutely look like food stains. I'm not about to... no one here is getting human sacrificed. Not in this room. And... no, but you notice some food stains on some of the tablecloths. Once again, indicating that this area is still in use to some degree and maybe, like parts of the building, maybe poorly maintained. Not all of the windows on the kind of outside of this room are this way, but many of them are also double doors that seem to lead out onto a small kind of wraparound patio around this part of the building. Perhaps they put tables out there when things get warmer in the spring season. But that is definitely not the case now in the middle of January, and also as this building does not presently function as an active ski lodge. Noticeably, toward the back of the room, so opposite of the side that you came in here, there are 2 very large sculptures of upright bears. These are upright sculptures of that look like they were made out of like a single piece of log apiece. Mm-hmm. And they are those absolutely where like the point of the sculpture is to show off like the qualities of the tree, in that there are just like weird cracks down the like down the front of each of these bears like torsos that would absolutely just be like where the wood like splits naturally when it's debarked. As we are all Pacific Northwest kids, I think you know the kind of statue.
Yes, I know exactly.
Oh,
what
yeah.
You mean.
If you go to a place like Bend,
for everyone who's listening to this podcast who is not from west of the Rockies,
I mean, I'm sure they do the same shit in Appalachia.
I just think that maybe I don't know. I think West Coast Lodge is like kind of there's
a specific vibe.
Yeah,
but I think like
you can Google it.
I've got to think like Vermont and Canada also kind of have the same
probably.
thing.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe. New England is basically
lived
a
in
foreign
Vermont,
country.
but I didn't see the whole situation. But I didn't see anything like that in Vermont.
All right, fine. New Hampshire then. The next one.
Anyway, if you're not familiar, just Google chainsaw statue bear.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
That's the phrase I forgot. Is,
I
yeah,
keep
chainsaw
forgetting
statues.
that chainsaw statues are not ubiquitous all over the United States.
Yeah.
I think solidly a like north of the Redwoods thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, there are 2 of those.
Okay.
And they are framing what appears to be a very large portrait
God.
of a man with a thick white beard and a blue suit jacket.
Does it have a label?
Oh, you know it has a label. August Springwood, 1972.
Okay.
There he is.
He has a very stern look about him. These big, bushy, white eyebrows. He is looking off center. It's one of those like 3/4 perspective shots where he is not looking straight forward. He is kind of glancing off in the distance away from the canvas. There is something very mean about his eyes, which is not something you would expect from the host of this building. This is not a jovial portrait of the man who has supposedly welcomed you into his home.
Yeah, can you imagine being just like you get you're like, oh, okay, we snuck in, we managed to get a last minute reservation, but like because you're the last on the list, it means you have to sit like with fucking Springwood the Elder staring at you.
It's like imagine going to Disneyland and walking down Main Street and there's that famous statue of like Walt Disney kind of pointing off in the distance and holding hands with Mickey Mouse. That's like I think it's called like the Founder or something like that. Just imagine that, but instead Walt Disney is kind of looking down and flipping you, the park guest, off.
Yeah, I was gonna say flipping you the bird.
Welcome to my park. Eat shit.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we know this guy is a mean little man, and this is where his weird cult guys hung out. So
I feel like Alister stands there for a moment, privately thinking about dads of a certain stripe, and going, well, it's not like I don't have sympathy for this jackass, but this does seem like the kind of dad that like having this guy for a dad might fuck you up.
yeah, true.
Behind Springwood, there is a bunch of trees, a bunch of like thick pine trees. This is like an outdoor background.
Interesting.
And you can see some figures kind of in the deep background with like red shirts or so, like lumberjacks. Nothing suspicious. Truly just lumberjacks.
I was gonna say not Star
I
Trek.
was like, Ben, what the fuck?
No. I realized I led with figures and not guys.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say
Dudes.
red hats, and I was like, like the French Revolution dudes with the Phrygian caps.
No, but like,
Lost
much
it.
like certain portraits are meant to convey like like a war general
Yeah,
might have,
this is something shades of the taming of nature. Blah blah.
It
blah,
is very much
etc.
meant to convey, I am the master of this area. We've tamed this area.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Which also
you-
kind
like
of
you
explains
can-
why he looks so mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see some felled lumber, like some stacks of logs in the background. It is meant to absolutely look like we have cleared out this space
Yes.
for you.
Yes. I, who have personally, with my own 2 hands, built not a single stick of this lodge.
That's right.
Absolutely
No.
not. But this is some aggrandizing of his world.
I just glared
Sure.
at a bunch of poor bastards until they pissed themselves.
You made a house
Yeah,
about it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, this room is empty. There's just kind of a menacing vibe coming from this corner.
Are like most of the
All right.
tables that look like they're in use close to the giant portrait of Founder McFuckface or not?
They're spread evenly
Okay.
throughout.
You're not all there's no it's not like you all have to go cluster under his forbidding gaze.
Or alternatively,
Yeah. Look, that seems like
We're all sitting as far
exactly
away
the
from him
kind
as
of shit
possible.
that this cult would want you to do.
Yeah. Scrambled eggs must be consumed under the ever watchful gaze of Papa Springwood.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's what it says under the portrait, actually.
If I find out that any of you fucks poached your eggs, you're out of the cult.
Poached. All right. Anyway.
Oh, goof zone.
Cool. Well, great. Let's boogie, hey?
I don't like this painting. I don't
either.
like this. Yeah, so I'm having trouble with geography again. Does this room run like parallel to the ballroom? Yes. So there's like the hallway. Room. So we're gonna want to go towards.
There has to be another door.
Yeah. There's
room,
presumably,
yeah?
Is there a door towards like the far end where the creepy portrait of Papa Springwood is?
Toward the south, there are all of those doors leading to that wraparound porch, and there are doors north leading toward the space in which the banquet hall is. You could probably imagine that there's a hallway between those two large rooms.
That might be our next best bet.
I think that is our only option, yeah.
How many floors did it look like this building had from the outside?
3.
Okay.
I was going to say, I assume upstairs is probably mostly living quarters anyway.
Yeah, there is a lot. This is a hotel.
Yeah.
There is a lot of this that is hallways.
It's like, how many individual lodge decorated bedrooms do we have to look through?
Yeah. I will not meticulously describe the individual artwork hanging up in these individual hotel rooms.
Let's go out into this hallway.
You step through one of the sets of double doors. They seem a little bit jammed, but with some force you can kind of push them open. You may attribute that to the wear and tear of this building a little more than anything that was trying to prevent you from getting through here. You step into a hallway in which the lights are solidly off, so it has a bit of a dark corridor vibe to it. Although I would say that this is a very wide hallway. It is meant to accommodate a lot of foot traffic from other parts of the hotel into the two places in which you can get something to eat here at Springwood Lodge. But it is wide enough that there are these kind of tables, these very short tables, I should say very narrow tables, on the sides of the hallway that are holding up, say, vases full of flowers, or there are paintings on the side of the wall that you're supposed to be able to notice as you come into here, perhaps between the sets of double doors leading into each of the two options over here on the east side of the building. Although none of these vases have flowers in them.
Okay.
And it is definitely again, you're in a very poorly maintained building. Further down into this dark corridor, looking toward the west, you do see a very warm glow, like you would expect from a place that has a lot of natural lighting or perhaps a open fireplace. There is kind of a flickering warm glow off in the distance toward the west. And again, indeed, both sides of this hallway have those double doors, north leading into the banquet hall and south leading into the dining room you've just come from.
So I start making link noises and smashing the vases. No.
No. Those are from the 60s.
Oh no, mid-century modern.
Oh, whatever.
That shit's really expensive now. I hate it.
It sure is.
Well, bad news, each of those vases contained a soul.
Oh shit.
So you unleashed more ghosts into...
Oh no, mistakes were made by me. No, in all seriousness, or as much seriousness as I can ever pull together. Does this hallway look like it opens up into any kind of foyer at any point? Is there any kind of central space?
It certainly does. If you'd like to continue to walk west, you will eventually come into a very wide open space. You step into the warm glow of what appears to be this building's proper lobby.
Oh, that's where the fire's coming from? Okay, I don't want to just stroll in there, not. I would like to be discreet and possibly stealthy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should peek through that door frame before we start hauling our asses in there.
I am very good at strolling into places I'm not supposed to be and brazening through it, but you know.
They know who
They
we are,
fucking
though,
know who we
so
are.
that makes us a little trickier.
Slight disadvantage there. Let's. We would like to approach the foyer like discreetly and perhaps stealthily.
Sure. Would you like to roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you, Matty? What's your stealth bonus?
I don't have one.
Cool. I have a fat 1, so let's see if I roll like shit again. 46s. I'm not allowed to roll dice anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I roll
It's
like
with you in this
such
game.
shit on this show specifically?
If you're allowed to be paranoid in the recording of any podcast,
I know.
it is ParaScience.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm about to fuck us pretty badly because that's
Oh, you're not even gonna take me out to dinner
yeah,
first?
nope.
Which is wild because you were just in the dining room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were put off by the giant portrait of Springwood the Elder, and now
Understandably
we're just,
so.
Yeah, we're about to be Al Pacino in front of a bank yelling about I like to be kissed when I'm getting fucked. Because that's 3 negatives and a neutral. So that's a -2. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, Z.
This is why I'm not allowed to roll dice on this show.
Ezra, we're really in it now.
I know! You're welcome, Ben. I don't know how I fuck up this bad. Like, how do I fuck up this bad?
You walk into this grander lobby area. It appears to be the proper lobby of the building. It is twice the height of any of the rooms that you have been in so far, because it appears to stretch up to the next story of the building as well. It is significantly more spacious than the dark tunnel that you just walked out of. And the first thing that you're able to see from the angle that you approach it from is a series of benches, 3 sets of benches that are kind of inward facing toward each other with high wooden carved backs. It is absolutely the waiting area, in the front lounge for waiting for that reception desk. There is a beam of soft orange light coming in through the south, through what appears to be a very high set of windows, as the sun sets outside the Springwood Lodge and sends its orange light inwards. That kind of beam of light is focused toward the north end of the room, to your right, toward the reception desk with all of its various papers and key hooks and all that. But more importantly and more eye-catching behind it is this massive kind of squared off lumber staircase that starts on the left side of that desk and sweeps back behind it, leading toward the upper stories of the hotel. This is a very open air space. It is grandiose and rustic looking. Many of the details, both in this room, in its furniture and its construction, have this kind of inspiring and maybe even a little awe-inducing handmade quality to them. Toward the south as well, there are a bank of elevators. And much like the hallway you were just in, between each elevator, there's one of those kind of shorter tables with, again, a vase or some sort of small statue and whatnot. Once again, this place is very warmly lit, not very dissimilar from the cold, dusty environments that you were in earlier. And you do actually feel a surprising amount of heat for where you are. It appears that the broken windows of other parts of this building are not present here. This place is pretty well insulated from the cold outside. You are in the lobby of Springwood Lodge. And nobody else is there.
Oh, good. I was like, cool, and who else is in the lobby of Springwood Lodge, Ben?
Only your regrets.
Well, Does this part of the building look kept up?
Much more so.
Okay.
It has the trappings of a place with high foot traffic. If you were to wander further down the room toward the entrance, the rugs down in that area are a little more trampled. The mud kind of pushed in over decades of use. But otherwise, yeah, this is a much more well-kept part of the hotel.
Hey, can I go rifle through the reception desk and see if there are any long-forgotten spare keys or anything like that in there?
You certainly
Hell
may.
yeah.
Would you like to roll to investigate?
I would hate that so much. Sure.
Do you want me to do it?
What's your investigate?
+2.
Yeah, can you roll it? I'll help you.
Okay, I will do the investigation. I will take the ring to Mordor.
Thank you. I'll
I did
be
not know
your
the way.
Samwise Gamgee.
Okay, so you're giving me a +1? Yeah?
I have a +2 also. Do you get my bonus or do you just get a +1 for helping?
You only get a +1.
I only get a +1.
You get a +1 for helping.
So I rolled 2 positives, a neutral, and a negative. So you get my negative out of here, and that is a +4 total, I think.
Nice.
Sure. Saint, would you like to hop over the counter, or would you like to be an adult and go around the side?
I'm gonna be an adult, thank you very much.
I will get one of you to parkour eventually this chapter. My hand to God.
Maybe when we're someplace where making a loud noise wouldn't get us in trouble.
Sure. You lift, there's like a little, one of those kind of foldable...
The part where the counter, like, pulls out. Like,
Lifts
a little,
up.
it's like a counter drawbridge. I always think they look like drawbridges.
Yeah, exactly. Also, by the way, fans of the movie, the Wes Anderson film, Grand Budapest Hotel, it's that lobby.
Sorry, I love that fucking movie so much.
I haven't seen that movie since it came out, so...
There is indeed one of those little spots on the counter that kind of lifts up like a drawbridge, and you are able to lift it up with ease and kind of step around that front desk. You notice as you're kind of turning to look behind the desk that there is a door roughly behind where the countertop drawbridge section is that is just labeled office. It's a plain wooden door. Next to that are indeed all of the various little hooks that various guest room keys are attached to, and of course there's plenty of stuff under the desk as well. There's kind of an antique looking phone box attached to the wall. It is absolutely not one of those ones where there's like a separate speaking and earpiece, but it's like the next step up. This phone looks like it was installed in the 1950s.
Sick.
A rusty looking kind of brass bell for summoning staff. And yeah, indeed, there are a number of hooks for keys that are not behind the desk. Not all lined up with their various room numbers attached to them, but a couple of very small hooks underneath the desk that have various maintenance keys on them. And those are labeled with little kind of paper handwritten tags attached to them. The kind of like little tags that have like a little metal backing and then like a paper slip on the front. One is labeled maintenance shed, one is labeled maintenance, and one more is labeled chalet.
Cool.
I don't know how useful maintenance shed or chalet are going to be, but I figure we should take them all just in case.
Certainly.
That maintenance key might get us into that behind the stage door.
I think that's pretty likely.
And I think, okay, cool. So, those keys are mine now. You want to go back the way we came?
I'd like
Or
to
do you want to look
see if
a little
the
around here
office
further
is-
and see? Yeah, is the office... First of all, does it sound like there's anyone behind that door currently?
No.
Okay.
It does not.
Okay.
Is the door unlocked?
It sure is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go in the office.
You pop into the office, and office is perhaps a very generous way of describing this room. There is a desk, and there is a typewriter on it, and there is a stack of paperwork to the left. And more so than anything else in this entire building, this looks untouched as hell.
Okay.
Okay.
We were talking in the previous episode, and I'm sure I cut it, about garage smell.
Yes.
This room has attic stink,
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
which I will argue is a step above garage funk. Which is just an unpalatable and dense level of just mildew.
Yeah. Dusty.
Yuck.
There are a handful of more antiqued looking like suitcases and like roller bags from a bygone era that looks like they have maybe long been left behind there. This room is not in use.
Okay. Are there any keys back here, though?
You could imagine, by the way, that this was also a luggage check area.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Can you hold on to this bag for me?
Yeah, totally.
While I ski, I guess. And for some reason, I won't put it in my room.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm gonna go have a drink while I'm waiting for my car or whatever. Can you stash my luggage?
Sure, exactly.
Well, I'm not gonna ask what the typewriter says.
Oh, fine.
Oh, I thought you did that on purpose.
No, I just thought that'd be a cool thing to put in a room.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I'm just
yeah.
Anyway.
No, you look at the typewriter, and it's just our fan Discord. So it just says Alister and Saint will kiss, please. Over and over again.
Like that scene from The Shining, but somehow worse.
Somehow worse. Yeah, it's messages from the world outside, by which I mean outside the fictional narrative that you're in. So it's just, weirdly, it's Saint and Alister fanfic. That's not a ghost. That's like some sort of otherworldly presence.
Alister's
from our
nose
world.
starts to bleed as the fourth wall breaks.
Yeah, actually, it's so weird you mention it. This room only has 3 walls.
Pieces are all coming together.
Anyway, so
I'm leaving that in.
Jesus. So yeah, I think we don't need to. There's no need to go. I don't think poking around here is going to accomplish anything other than making us smell like attic stank. So
yeah, unless it looks like there's any other like keys or anything in here.
No, there's no keys and no items that are highlighted yellow.
Yeah, no like interesting like guest ledgers or anything like that.
Once again, we are making a point-and-click video game.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Is that not
we're
what
making
we're doing?
essentially a visual novel.
Yeah, sorry, is that not what we're doing?
Yeah, we're playing one of those Nancy Drew games.
No highlighted objects. The second your character walks in here, it's just like, God, it smells in here. I should leave.
Okay, we do that.
Yeah, overcome by attic stank, Alister and Saint to look at each other and then exit.
Yeah.
Clicking on the typewriter. I don't think I want to read this.
I looked at that already. So we leave this room in the point-click adventure that is ParaScience. We leave this room behind.
You turn back around and leave this tiny abandoned, again, quote-unquote, office. And just as you seem to push past the door, you hear an elevator ding.
Oh, shit.
Ruh-roh.
And you hear the sound of 2 of those large mechanical doors shutting. And a whir from inside of the building.
Does it sound like...
As if somebody had just left the lobby.
Did we just happen to conveniently miss somebody while we were in the office?
It would seem so.
Phew.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Can we tell what way they went? Like, which way did it sound that they... Sorry, that sentence
If
was
you'd
not
like
good.
to run over to the elevator, yeah.
Oh, they went into the elevator. They didn't leave the elevator. Okay. Well, dope. So they've left this floor. Most wonderful. Cool. Let's go back to that stage room, though.
Do you want to go unlock that door now?
Yeah, I figure we should. That seemed like a pretty significant lead. I think we should follow up on that before, like, everybody ends up in there, as eventually everybody will end up in there.
Sure, yeah. I'm assuming, I guess you said Saint is the one who has the keys, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, feed, like, cold.
Unless you'd rather go elsewhere. Like,
No, I think we should. No, I think you're right. I think if we can get over there and it sounds like there's not some already people in there,
Agreed.
We should go.
Yeah, but if we run into, if it sounds like there's stuff in there, we'll go check out other shit. Yeah, so I think we could just take the shortcut to go back into that hallway, and then instead of going through the dining room, go into the hallway and then go into the Pakewood Hall from there.
It's a quick turn from where you are at the reception desk, past some potted plants toward the hallway that leads to the dining room and the banquet hall. Before you are able to fully make that turn, you hear footsteps behind you.
Balls.
Kind of behind and above you. You turn around and you see a sharply dressed individual wearing a thicker wool uniform. that of a bellhop, walking down the stairs with their hand firmly on the oaken railing of the staircase. They stop a few steps from the bottom, look over to you directly, but almost past you, and say in a very flat voice, "I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. Welcome to the Springwood Lodge. Can I help you?"
This seems like maybe another ghost.
What would make you think that?
Because I fucking know you. Stop. But does that seem like that's the case? Like, me as a ghost guy looking at this, does it seem like this is similar to... You want me to roll for it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll an empathy for it?
Sure.
Okay. Yahoo.
Let's a go.
Let's a go. So that's positive, 2 neutrals, and a negative, which overall with my empathy is a plus 4, is a 4.
There is something particularly kind of vacant and, well, not literally, figuratively floaty about this person's presence. If they were floating 5 feet off the ground, that would be a dead giveaway, I think. Sorry, a dead giveaway.
Yeah, but
there is something about like kind of their floaty presence that seems to indicate that they are, well, not of this world, but maybe no longer of this world. This is a very, by your eyes, a very strong apparition. Certainly, as we've discussed earlier in this campaign, you're used to figures, to shapes. Maybe a voice will manifest. But this level of visual coherency is maybe a little rare. You know what I mean?
Right. Interesting.
I think Alister, like, kind of almost starts to go into, like, I need to cover for us mode, and then, like, stops, kind of looks at this figure, and then looks over at Saint for, like, confirmation of, like, hang on, is this a fucking ghost?
Yeah, and I just nod.
And then he kind of raises an eyebrow at you, like, and
now what? Yeah, I don't know. That last line was, like, the end of that was just welcome to Springwood Lodge, right?
Can I help you too?
Can I help you too? Okay. I think our best way out of this is to be like, no, thank you. Like, we know where we're going, right? Like,
yes.
Sorry,
nothing funnier to me than the idea of just telling a ghost no and skedaddling.
I mean, I really do not want to get stuck in this room with this ghost, I think.
Yeah, I think Alister kind of leans over and Saint is like, engage or ignore.
I mean, it's fairly cognizant. You don't normally see apparitions this well formed. I don't know how well ignoring would go for us. I don't want it to alert anything else.
Ghost management.
Yeah. He's gonna go alert to ghost management. Okay, time to.
Can I speak with your ghost manager?
Time to put on my asshole with money hat. I don't know how
That's
to
right.
do that. Okay, yeah. In that case, I think Alister will just put on his best. Dismiss it. You know, like, I have money and therefore people wearing uniforms don't matter to me. Or whatever. And it's just going to say something along the lines of, I don't know, what do you even say to that kind of a thing?
I mean, what I was thinking was something along the lines of, like, we have a friend who's staying here, we know where they are. So
Yeah,
I appreciate your time, but I think we know where we're going.
No,
just we'll let you know if we have any questions.
I might just say I think he might just say no, just on our way to launch for a drink, and then I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk off I know where I'm going.
Yep.
The ghost kind of serenely nods and gestures toward the direction that you're already walking. Wonderful. The bar is open until 11 p.m. Please do enjoy your stay. Before it continues to kind of slowly walk back down the staircase and step behind the desk that you were just behind.
Okay.
Neat. Glad we got those keys.
Yeah, glad we got those keys. Yeah, I'm gonna get us out of this thing's potential sight line as fast as I can.
Let's hustle. We should stop and listen at the door before we go back into that banquet hall, but hopefully it's just more ghosts.
Sure, you walk back down this kind of darker corridor, and of course, because the light is now behind you, you're kind of walking deeper into darkness. There's a sense of anxiety, maybe, however artificial, caused by the fact that there is no door directly ahead of you at the end of this hallway, but only those doors to each side of the hallway. Something about this hallway now feels significantly more claustrophobic now that you're walking away from the light. You can, as you approach the end of this hallway, hear sort of a hustle and bustle behind both sets of doors. Sounds of traffic and movement that certainly were not there before.
Are there keyholes in these doors?
There are.
Are they the kind that you can look through?
They are.
Okay, I would like to look through and see if
it's actually
real people or more ghouls.
Ghosts.
Into the banquet hall?
Yeah.
You get down on one knee and kind of hunch lower to the floor and kind of brace yourself against the wood of the hallway as you try to kind of hold your eye steady up against the keyhole. In a room that you were in truly only 30 minutes ago, if not much less, it has taken on a very different temperature. Not literally, of course, but there is a much more kind of lively sound coming from this room. Through this keyhole, you see a number of figures kind of moving past and around. Some dressed in suits, some in more kind of elegant, formal wear. And you can hear some ghostly music coming from the stage, like a band striking up to play. You are, of course, only greeted with a very narrow view of this room, and none of the furniture has moved at all. But this room is decidedly occupied, and not with anybody that you've seen before.
Ghost.
Interesting.
Sorry.
That's right.
Ghost winter formal, I think,
Ghost winter
given
formal,
the time of
excuse
year.
me.
Yeah.
So it's what kind of music? Like, are we talking like a brass band, like a big band kind of a sound, or
Some late 50s swing.
Okay. Yeah, this
place haunted as fuck.
This place haunted as fuck.
Where the hell is everyone
That's right.
else? Where are all these cultists? This place is full of ghosts.
That's right, Matty. This place haunted as fuck. And it's here we'll have to end this episode of ParaScience.
Welcome to ParaScience. This bitch haunted as fuck.
Yeah, this bitch haunted yeet.
What you've just been listening to was ParaScience, a glimpse into a world unknown. It was an actual play horror adventure told to you through the Fate system. Our players are Ezra Kaye as Agent Alister McAndrews, and Matty Trumbo-Gomes as capable young man Saint Garcia Flores. As for myself, I was your game master and disembodied voice, Ben Hamlin. I also produced this show. Our theme song is by the incorporeal Johnny Rinaldo, and our logo was created by the haunted visage of Terra Bosart. We are currently in the process of remastering and transcribing earlier episodes of the show, and for that I would like to thank Glory Duda, Marcel Hood, and Julie Cooper, as they write down our every word
and weave an intricate web of audio for you. You can stay tuned to our social media channels for more information on these developments. This show is brought to you by Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. You can follow us on social media at InfinityBreak23 and check out our website for all of our other podcasts at InfinityBreak.net. We appreciate you listening to this program. If you want to help spread the word, there are a good many ways to do that. Word of mouth helps us immensely, and you can add us at ParaScience Pod on Twitter. And while you're at it, why not tag InfinityBreak23? We have a Patreon at patreon.com/InfinityBreak, where you can start donating to Infinity Break for as little as $1 a month. And if you listen to Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a review.
Lastly, I would encourage you to join the haunted chorus of voices at the Infinity Break fan Discord. That's bit.ly/InfinityTalk, capital I Infinity, capital T Talk. That's all for now. Let ParaScience never let you sleep. Like a knocking sound from the attic, or a drop of blood from the ceiling. Be careful where you step this chapter.